As I stood there then, I was just thinking, I said, it might confirm the fact that people think we're nuts anyway. You know what? Calling out to Jesus for help makes me a nutter. And I'm proud to be one. I'm proud of it. Can I tell you something, right? Yesterday, I've had a weekend of ups and downs, right? Yesterday, how many people have seen the game show Total Wipeout?
I've seen it.
Yeah? I actually auditioned for it yesterday. I auditioned for it. The answer to me, oh, you'd be good at that because you're such a show-off. You'd be good at it. So I actually met the, you have to go in and you have 1 minute to sell yourself. 1 minute. Now you'd be surprised how quick 1 minute goes. So I'd written out this script now and I'd memorized it all and I was there ready to do it and they said, right, you're in front of the assistant director. Go on. I was like, you are having a laugh. And this guy, he's like, pimply, I think about 18, 19, and I think an assistant director of a game show. So I come up and I'm like, he said, what's your name? And I'm like, aha. Give me a minute, it'll come to me now. You ain't got a minute, what's your name? I said, oh, I'm Andrew Butcher, I'm 38. He said, what's your job? I said, I'm a pastor. He just looked at me as if they had to go. I said, no, genuinely, no. I said, I am a pastor. I said, I just want to get this in there now. I don't believe in burning the Quran. Now I said that as a kind of a bit of a joke. I don't believe in burning the Quran because of what our pastor in America was going to do. And the guy turned out and he said, well, that's good because I'm a Muslim. She kind of figured why I had the look of when I said I'm the pastor. Kind of made sense. He's like, oh, we've got another look. She said to me, so you're a pastor? I said, yeah. He said, right then. He said, so what's your congregation think about you coming on here? I said, well, the ones that know. So they already think I'm nuts anyway. So this just confirms it. She said, all right. I said, yeah. And I said, there is a principle in it. I said, I'm going to preach it, depending on how far I get today. And then I was like, you're 1 minute up. She gave me a ticket. I had a blue ticket. Now I'd gone with him, and I didn't know at the time, but my friend had applied as well, and he got through. Now he had a pink ticket, so we knew one of us had got through. It was me. So we were like, Bobby Ball's coming tonight, there's 4 red balls, this is a bit of an omen, this is looking good. Pastor's going to make Total Wipeout. You're Argentina, here I come. I was just more excited about going to Argentina than anything else. So I thought, right, I'm in the next round. So then I got up, and you have to stand in front of the camera as if you're doing an interview, like on the show. Well, you haven't got time to think about your answers, you know. So it came back to me what I'd written down on this piece of paper. So she said, oh, so what's your name? Andrew Butcher, where are you from? From the Valleys. What's your job? Pastor. And she was like, what? I said, look, I'm a pastor. Said, what does that mean? I said, well, look, I'm somewhere between Father Ted and the Vicar of Diddley. I'm in the middle. So she's like, all right, fair enough. So she said, so why do you want to be on there? I said, that's simple. I said, my wife at home, she's nagging for me to get this housework done. I said, I've had enough. And they got this sucker punch ball, right? It basically is 21 boxing gloves that you've got to get across without getting whacked. I said, I'd rather stand in front of this sucker punch ball all day than have to endure any more of her nagging. I said, so if you've got a heart, you'll put me through. Now, she looked at me, this kind of look. I have no sympathy for you. And all the sympathy was for Mrs. I thought, I come out wrong here. I'm sending out to a woman who doesn't get a joke because she's Scottish. And she's a woman. She is a woman. She can't say about your wife nagging when it's to a woman. Now, if I'd said to a bloke, you'd have gone, yeah, you're through. But I reckon I failed because I'd said it to a woman. So anyway, I got up, I forgot to tell her, I'm in a Captain America suit. Which and they said, oh, sorry, you haven't made it this time. So, who said that? You feel it too, you feel happy. I was gutted. You know something, I was in the car with something dawned on me. I dressed up like an idiot. I made an absolute fool of myself. All to go on a game show. And yet people call me a nutter for Jesus. Now that's what matters. And yet I am dressed up a little bit today because of what Bobby Ball said to me last time. I think they're cheap, but I think I got off lightly. I mean, Dave had a bit of an idea, Liz had a bit of an idea, Jason had a bit of an idea, you know?
I did.
The rugby boy had a bit of an idea, you know? So I actually got off lightly with just my clothes. So I just thought, you know, I want to be a fool for Jesus. When people see me, I want them to know that bloke's an idiot, but you know what? He loves Jesus. Because like Bobby said last night, I don't want to be a miserable Christian. I love life. You know, do you know what topped off my day? I was a coach. I'm a coach, right? For those of you who don't know, I coach a football team, no? And it was the first game of the season yesterday, and I obviously had to miss it to do the total wipeout thing. I was torn now between total wipeout, 10 grand Argentina, or Aberdeen reigning football pitch. All of about 10 seconds thought about it. I thought, Argentina, here I come. You know what? On the way home, I said, first thing, right, how the boys do? How the boys do? 8-0. Fantastic! No, we lost. I thought, what's it all about? I get dumped up the total. So my day was a total wipeout. Literally was a total wipeout. Until last night. Until I laughed so hard, you know, and I think Bobby Ball, you know, he's out there on his own. You either he's like Marmite, you either like him or you hate him. And you know what, the way he gave his testimony, the way his wife sat and listened to it again, and time again, about all the antics he used to get up to, but the way he presented Jesus. And to see so many people coming up the front. Do you know what? It didn't matter what had happened, did it? I went home singing and dancing, and I can't wait to see it on TBN. And you know what? The guys from TBN said, let us know when you got something else on there because we love this place. This is now like the biggest Christian TV setup in the world at this moment. We think that God TV is the biggest, but apparently TBN is bigger than God TV, and they want to come back. They love it here. You see, we who are here don't always see what the other people see. And I just think we had a fantastic day today. And you know, I'm believing, and it's rolled over into today. I'm believing, because I know that my God is a healer. You know, let me just quickly, let me just find out, right? I know there's a few people here, first time, like, where I'm looking for your first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people, come on, you've got to give me a round of applause. 5 people. How many of you actually came last night? No, I mean the new people. Did you come out last night as well? Fantastic! Fantastic. So, we know that God is a God that heals, because I'm just going to briefly give you a testimony. I know firsthand, because when I spent 16 years drinking, drugging, and everything else that the world had to offer me, my daughter falls in the bath, suffers first-degree third-degree burns. I was told she'd be scarred for life. And I said to God, if you are real, you need to prove it. Now, I'd been brought up in this church. I knew all about God. But you know what? I didn't believe him because I didn't have a relationship with him. So I said, if you are real, prove it. I don't want no scarring on my daughter. I was wrapped with guilt because I had run the bath. She's the one that fell in it. And you know, I was damaged at the time. Within a week, the doctor said, this is unbelievable. She's bleeding. Now, to me, I was like, is that a good sign? But apparently it is, because when you burn, it severs your blood cells. So if she was bleeding, it means her blood cells are open. And within a month, the doctor said, you know what? This is a miracle. This child is going to be completely healed. That's what my God did. You know what? But it had to take that to turn my life around. And you know what? If you don't know God this morning, don't take a disaster to bring you to your knees. God is there, as we heard earlier, with his arms open wide. Yeah. All he wants to do is introduce himself to you. All you have to do is say, look, Jesus, this is me. And you know what? He doesn't wait for you to be good. He doesn't wait for you to clean up your act. You know what? I was still a mess when I came to God. But you know what? He's still dealing with me. Day by day. I'm not perfect. I'm not far off it. I'm not there yet. And you know what? If God can spin my life around, I echo what Paul says in the Bible, that I am the greatest of the sinners. And if he can do it for me and give me the best life ever, he can do it for me. So that's what I just want to share this morning, that God is a God who heals. He is a God who is true to his word. So, that's actually not my word. That was just a warm-up act. Now comes the word. I got the pad. Right, I'll keep this short. We were actually supposed to have the children doing a thing today, but because there's a lot of people on holidays, the children haven't been able to make it, so you'll have to come next week to see them. That's a treat. Right? You don't got to listen to me. 20 minutes of the kids doing their thing is a treat. So, come next week. I was having a discussion with God this week, and I said to God, Lord, I've read about the story in Acts. I've read about on that day of Pentecost, when these 120 disciples stepped out of that building, 3,000 people got saved in an instant. Why isn't your church doing it now? Why are we not as relevant today as the church was back in the first ever church? What is the difference? What is the difference? And you know, God said to me, the church needs to unite to ignite. We need to unite to ignite. And, you know, I want you to notice something. Notice the name of the book, Acts of the Apostles. I like to call it Acts of the Church. Because we are going to go on a journey. Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to go on a journey. Because I want to show you how this church is going to become relevant to this time, to these people. It's no good us sitting in here praying that God does all the work. I'm just going to give you a heads up. It's going to involve us. It's going to involve us giving time, energy, love, and maybe a bit of money. But what I want you to realize is that when God gave his son, and when Jesus gave his life, money wasn't involved. See, I'm not a guy who likes to preach money. But I want you to realize that this book is called the Acts. It's about the church acting on what the Word of God says. Two of the most common reasons that people give for not coming to the church are all Christians are hypocrites. This is their preconceived idea. All Christians are hypocrites, and Christians are always fighting with each other. Two major reasons. No wonder people don't come to church. If that's what they think, and if that's what they see, and if that's what they hear, you know what? I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of a church that is growing together, that is loving each other, and more importantly, is loving those who are unloved. Now, the word that God gave me for this church, for this time, for this next season, was unite to ignite. And it reminds me of when I first took over as a pastor 3 years, just over 3 years ago. God gave me, He gave me the word of revival has to start in the church before it can ever happen outside of the church. And I didn't quite understand that, but now I'm understanding it. That because if we don't pull it together, if we don't get it right, nothing's ever going to happen up there. Because what people are going to do is they'll come in here and go, I don't like people because you say one thing, and then you do something totally different. On a Sunday, you're all holier than thou, and on a Monday, you're doing this, and this. You know, and that's what someone said to me 3 years ago. He said, what's the difference between you and me? What is the difference? I mean, this is my personal thing. I was having a pint of Guinness in the